Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome to another episode of the World of Madness SMP. Today, we've done some work. We've done a lot of work, actually. We've taken a week off to get some of the work that we've had to do done. And the work isn't just the flattening of that section of plateau over there. We've actually started work on the terraforming of the bay. So if you can see down there, let me get a better angle on this. Down there, you can see the actual terraforming for the way that the bay is eventually going to end up looking. Let me get. Yeah, here should do. You can also see, around the edge of the main harbour wall, you can see these stacks of sand. Now, this is part of the terraforming. So all of this sand is going to sort of slide down into the main bay section. And it sort of melds into the harbour wall. And then you've got these little sort of angled sections in the corners. We're going to have some more on the piers as well, here and here. And eventually, we'll actually have the canals properly dug out. Now, what I'm going to do for the canals is I'm going to block them off at this point here so that I have a reference for future waterways. Like, these canals are pretty deep, actually. But that's a good thing, because I want fish, I want coral on the bottom, I want riverboats going through, etc., etc. But yeah, you can also see the way that this sort of slides down into the main bay section. I may change how this is, because I'm not too sure on it at the moment. It feels very stilted, like it's very flattened in some ways. But for the moment, this is what we're working with. Once we've cleared out this plateau, then we'll probably do a bit more work on the terraforming. And the plateau isn't the only thing to have changed. We still don't have a name for our dog. The dog still needs a name. So comment down below if you have an idea for a name for our dog. But we have named someone else. Let me see if I can find them. I think they're over here in a hole somewhere. So on stream last night, by the way, I'm recording this on a Sunday morning. And it's like 7 a.m. and I really should be going to bed, but that's life, I guess. But last night on stream, we named our friend the Pink Sheep, who has been trapped in this hole ever since then. And according to my Twitch chat, this sheep has been named Floof Pig. Don't ask me why, but it has. Floof Pig is now the name of this sheep. And eventually that sheep is going to live in the cat cafe. But I haven't gotten around to taking them up there yet. We also have a zombie villager in here. A zombie librarian, I should say. But we don't have the stuff to cure him yet. So we'll be doing that later on. We need to find a potion of weakness and other stuff. But yeah, like, this is all starting to look quite good, I think, personally. Eventually, or hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll have this plateau carved out. But unfortunately, my tools are looking a little worse for wear at the moment, so I'm going to need to repair those. Among other things, I also want to gather up some some other tools and stuff, but we'll save that for later. Anyway, I'm gonna go around. Oh God, I'm gonna repair these tools, get all this fixed up, and then we shall get back to work on the plateau. We'll carve it all out. As you can see, it's slowly getting there, but there's quite a bit of work left to do. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just taking this quick point in time to take a break from me repairing and doing random stuff, because we have a visitor, not a player visitor. We have a villager. What's his name? A wandering trader. There we go. So we have a wandering trader, and the reason I'm actually showing you this guy and not just dropping him in a pit and stealing his leads is because this guy actually has, for a change, a trade that I want, and that is this bamboo. Now, I'm getting the bamboo because I'm not all that fussed about running off into a jungle to find some. I really don't want to leave my base at the moment, but as you all may have noticed, I'm still using dirt and ladders as my scaffolding system. So I'm going to plant down some bamboo, and we're going to get some actual some bamboo stems. We're going to grow some bamboo so that we can actually get some scaffolding, so that I can then actually start work properly on any large builds that I might want to do, and I'll actually have scaffolding for it, because scaffolding, surprisingly enough, very useful. Right, I'm going to get back to working on trying to fix everything, and then I'm probably gonna start digging out this now, so you guys can enjoy a quick time lapse of me finishing digging out this entire plateau and digging out that section over there as well. So yeah, I'll get right on that. It is often only after you take a step back and actually look at the progress that you've made that you can actually appreciate the enormity of the project that you have embarked on. And I can say that those words were never truer with this. This is probably the largest survival-based project that I have ever taken upon myself and actually managed to get through. And it's a lot bigger than you think. It is a lot larger than you think. Like, this space is hundreds of blocks across. There are hundreds of thousands of blocks that would fill this area. And it's all been mined out. And we still have a lot of work to do, and I'm not going to finish it all in this episode, because I have to have this video uploaded in 10 hours. But, with that being said, I think it's looking quite good. Now, as you can see, we do have a beacon. I didn't mention it at the start of the video, but we did pick up a beacon from the shopping district because George is selling them. selling them for 1 diamond block each. So that's actually quite cheap. But yes, so this is this is part of what the final sort of wall section will look like. And it's looking really good at this point. But one thing that I did want to talk about before we continued is what I want to have sort of in the bay. Now, obviously, I'm going to terraform the whole thing. And we're going to end up with some pretty interesting looking terrain. At the moment, it's all very sort of sloping and standardized. Eventually, I want to sort of add some variation in and some proper terraforming. We're going to add some plants, some coral, and some seagrass. I'm going to try to avoid kelp because it grows like mad and is a pain to maintain. But overall, that is what we're going to go for. We're also around about here, I think. Or maybe down sort of there. I'm not sure quite where yet. But I want to add a conduit so that we can actually breathe underwater. Oh, great, there's a patrol. So that we can actually breathe underwater and build and maintain everything as well. And eventually that's either going to go sort of here or sort of down there. I'm not sure where yet. Well, we've got another boating pillager, I guess. Interesting. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes. So that is the plan, and obviously we're going to have these canals as well. And my stream has instructed me that I need to build a submarine. So eventually we will have a submarine in the bay as well. We'll probably put it over there somewhere. And we'll want that sailing ship, the tall ship that we want on this dock here, this side. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but I think it's going to look quite good when it's all done. It's probably not going to get done for at least another 2 episodes. We need to finish clearing out all of this stuff, and then we need to finish terraforming, and then we need to go find a conduit, which is going to be... I have a treasure map, but I'm not sure that it'll have a conduit in it, because they're fairly rare. So yeah, unfortunately for today, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have time for. I started recording this literally yesterday, and this is what I've done. And gotten done. We have a named sheep. We still need a name for the dog. If people are wondering, the names for most of the animals I take from the comments or my stream chat, with the exception of the cats that end up as patrons. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching today. I'm sorry that the episode isn't a little longer. I've been let's just say I've been a little stressed these past few weeks. But thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget that we stream over on Twitch on a regular basis. We have 4 streams a week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and we stream Minecraft on Saturdays sometimes. So if you feel like watching all of this develop in real time, that is where you can find us. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. Have a very good evening and a very good night. Bye bye.